you have a tendency to feel like, can I actually accomplish this? And then you remember, I can accomplish this because I went through it and I want to help this other woman. I want to empower them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing. Ryan, how about yourself? I mean, I'm sure you see a different level of client, but when people walk in the door or on the Zoom, like, where do you start with them?
Yeah, I'm shocked that the people that resonate with, it goes back to the worthiness. Sometimes I step out of myself and am shocked at the people that want to participate in either what Danielle and I do. And I think that's a message for everyone, that accepting that you do matter, you are enough today. Everybody out there is great. You gotta believe it first off, and it's something that's a consistent practice. But what I start with is I like taking audits, using that or a deep analysis of what does your day look like today? So I'm about maximizing and being intentional. So I want to see, what are you doing through the day today, and how does that look like? Because I can guarantee you, if I see what's on your day-to-day calendar, I know what's going to probably take place in the future. But I first off want to know, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Because we all have different visions. We all have different aspirations. Yeah, we all want to probably be stable financially, but some of us don't want. And what I've learned, I've always wanted to be, and I've looked up to leaders, but I've learned that leadership is just influence. We all have influence. It doesn't matter if you're a mother. It doesn't matter if you're a janitor. It doesn't matter if you're a mid-level manager or a CEO. You have influence, I promise you, over someone. But it doesn't mean everyone is meant to have to be the head honcho leader of an organization. You could follow someone that you feel is an exceptional leader, like we talked about earlier in the show. A lot of the people we look up as mentors, and believe in a vision. So I like starting at where do you want to go, and then we take a deep analysis, because I have that scientific approach, and using just daily habits and understanding things that people do tweak that's digestible. So Danielle and I always do. We don't want to shoot for the stars. That's a long-term goal, but we like to get people doing digestible, easy to accomplish things, and make those slow incremental changes that will help the long-lasting results.
Danielle, like Ryan, I've listened to all the greats, motivational speakers and podcasts now, which are just wonderful to have so many resources, but all the way back to the Zig Ziglars. There's a lot of what I would call cliche statements that those leaders make, and you hear them, especially at a younger age, and it's like, yeah, right, I'm going to be this or that. But, in your teaching, you talk about transforming people's life and building confidence and self-worth. How do you convince your clients that those are real factors that can be changed and enhanced and built upon, instead of them just thinking it's another cliche within the program?
Well, it's funny because I don't need to convince them. I help them see the value in what I bring to the table. Mm-hmm. And they go right for that. That's exactly what they need, and they can relate and build a friendship. We start off on a friendship note, build on that, and then build an everlasting client that will find value forever.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Ryan, where's the business going for the two of you, and what's in the future? What's that look like?
Yeah, well, we're excited that where we're at today, but I think our future, Jim, is that we're going to have, like I said, the Ryan D Show will be launching soon. It'll be a podcast where we kind of do similar things like yourself, bring some of the best minds out in the world. But I think Danielle and I, knowing her music background, we're going to put a twist where there's some entertainment aspects, some educational aspects, and just being transparent, raw as you are. So we enjoyed greatly with yourself, and being relaxed and authentic, bringing that always to the table so people can feel that they can relate greatly. And then we're also going to be doing coaching seminars and live events as well. So that's in Danielle's and I's future, is building that incrementally and going into that route. A lot of the people out there, they can find us on LinkedIn. We have a site there, and on Instagram at the Ryan D Show are great places to follow us. But in the future, people, we will have our podcast up and our events, and we're truly excited and blessed.
I want to give you guys an endorsement for my listeners, because time goes by so fast on these shows. I have the benefit of reading some of your story. You've both talked about your stories, but I could see the people in front of me and what you represent. And I think it would be worth anybody's time to tune into your show when it's out and to do a little bit more research on the two of you, because I think you have a tremendous amount to offer. I'm certain that your programs are what so many people need. Even just coming from the backgrounds that you both have, I feel that there's so many people suffering out there. Danielle, I hate to keep going back to it, but I know that there is a lot of women suffering not only from anxiety and panic attacks and abuse. It's so easy to fall in those types of relationships. I've known a lot of women in those relationships, and it's like, you don't have to be there, and I just love that you're transparent with that, and I want to thank you for sharing your story. Ryan, completely different background, but all the same, I just see that in the world these days. So thank you both for what you bring to the table, and I wish you both a lot of success in your business and where you're going with your shows and your coaching.
Wonderful. It was a pleasure, Jim. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim. We wish you the best of success as well. Thanks for all you do for the world, the community, and being a shining light as well, and getting the word out and allowing people to think more clearly and knowing that they do matter and everyone has a greatness and there is power in for sure saying yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to today's show. It is my pleasure and honor to interview all of the guests that have been on the Answer is Yes podcast. If you have enjoyed the show, please go on iTunes and subscribe, give a rating, or simply tell a friend about the show. We also believe in the message of our guests and the positive influence of their stories. As my own mentor and coach, David Meltzer, has taught me, spend some time every day thinking and writing about the things in your own life that you have more than enough of. You will find out how blessed we really are. Please visit my website, livelifedriven.com, for the latest updates about me and what I'm doing. Plus, I post a monthly blog about the many topics on this show. This podcast can also be found there. As I learned early on in life, what you believe is what you will achieve. Thanks, Mark Victor Hansen, and thank you, and have a great week.
This episode of The Answer is Yes brought to you by Baja Bound Insurance Services. Driving to Mexico? You can buy and print out your Mexican auto insurance policy online in minutes with their easy-to-use website. They also have great travel information to help you plan your trip south of the border. Visit bajabound.com.